I don't know what's happening. Chitani, mute as you join. Can you please mute as you join? Our Facebook sound check. Is there sound now? Let me check the sound on Facebook. Chitani, mute to allow me picture drop. Okay. By Facebook, is there sound now? Okay, cool sound. Hello, hello? Facebook, is there sound now? Okay, yes, we got it, Okay, Moiseni, just share our Facebook. Bridget, thank you for responding. Oh, from Wengwa. Avena Wengwa, what titus muchwang, what titus kafo kwa hai. Avena Wengwa in the view, Mwalosha Niwena Zambia, Tuelosha, one Zambia, one nation. Greetings to you, mitende mwani. Mujivi epi. Then a Zambia, one nation. Mitende mwani. Hope the Lungu family is doing fine. Mwani vude mwani. Yava. Sandy Kangotes, thank you. Blessed, thank you. So welcome. Let us share, guys. I had to restart the live. There were sound issues. So share and then we get started. Happy Father's Day. Although we are in mourning, even if we have lost our fathers, those who have lost our fathers, we still celebrate their lives and what they did for us. So, even if our fathers are not here with us, we celebrate them. Especially this Father's Day for this year is a really painful one because we just lost the father of the nation and there has been all this drama surrounding his funeral. But today we thank God that peace has been brokered. We thank God for Zimbabwe, and we thank God for the Catholic Church through Archbishop Banda for intervening to make way so that our father can be laid to rest peacefully. So we are here. Personally, me today, I don't have much to say. I am just here to thank all the people that were involved to broker peace. That's why I'm here. Yeah, I don't really have much to say, but just to thank God for peace to continue in the country and to thank God that an agreement was reached. And as much as the agreement was reached, we pray that the agreement will be honored. Reaching an agreement is one thing, but sticking to the agreement, complying to the agreement is a crucial thing. So we pray that the government will comply with the agreement. I am fine, Madam Notes. How are you? How are you, Madam Notes? We are just joining in. Hope you are doing well as well, Madam Notes. Facebook, please share our Facebook. Call people. We are here. It's Father's Day, so I came early because we have some family celebrations to celebrate the fathers in our lives, those who are present living and deceased. So we thank God for life, especially this Father's Day. We thank God for the life of ECL, the father of our nation, fondly known as Adada. We thank God for his life, and we continue to celebrate his life now and forevermore. I don't have much to say, like I said, but I just want to thank all the parties that were involved to broker peace. There's our Zimbabwean counterparts. They have been our true brothers. They have worked with us and we have worked with them. So thank you, Zimbabwe. Thank you, the South African family over there, for hosting the Lungu family and facilitating the talks. We just pray that everything will be smooth from now on. It has been very, very stressful. It has been stressful indeed. So for me, when I saw the notice yesterday that the peace has been brokered and the body will arrive on Wednesday, and burial will be on the 23rd, I said, thank God. And everything seemed to be agreed. But all I can say is I hope they will comply with the agreement. That's my only wish for now. Because we are dealing with a government who says one thing and they do one thing. So I just hope that this time the government will actually do what they say they will do. Because if they don't do what they say they will do, they can land the country in serious problems. This would be the match that will light the fire. So we just pray that the government can deliver, they can comply with the agreement so that we can bury our father of the nation, beloved 60th Republican president, in peace. I'll open the floor on TikTok and then you can come in if you have anything to say. Otherwise, I don't have much to say. Thank you. Yeah. So we'll start with Walusaka. Since you were here first, you can go ahead and submit. When you're on the big screen, then you can speak.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am.
Greetings, yes.
Good evening, everyone here who are there. Mama Heria, Melenga, Joseph, and Panote. Yeah. Nakapishma mami ngana muyumfu wako kwenye mpomi. Na muyumfu ilikuwa tali tulienda pachiro. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to every father. Yeah. But we have been to celebrate that achievement because we have lost our great father, Mr. Dr. Edgar Chagwarum. So the celebration because we are still talking on his funeral. So kubika mkulanda wangu natushinga na muwa we hapa church lunch kupari breathing the roba chikwata shishibe mami kweni mpumi.
Yes, na chimberenge fya chilandikwa. Yes, maybe there's something that I missed. You can update us.
Kukasya chilandikwa ati vale chitumbinga chafikira kumanda everything tavareva fwaya vakateka shani naimbi yaisa tsawe vakateka vakamena vena na vakanyo kwevatsiveka pisha uko ko vari kwa family copa belt na kueastern na kulusaka. So pariyo ili ashiri na narikava ili ashi institution nomboko didea. But my prayer is that China otherwise it's not easy. Tachiri changuka. Tachiri changuka ma agreement alipo family naika vachiranda makepizuru ataunga chafika varirembere varungu it was a will, something like that. Tabare bafwaya mupepi vakateka vakaende tabare bafwa mupepi kuchitumbi dofyo varembere vakateka vesu tabare bafwa mupepi olo vale echitumbi chavo chikesa in a private manner ya tabaita chakese kulingana nofyo chiringire chaisa olo futi family yachiromba nokuromba ati ukabefye ama military for military personnels for military personnels abakupokerera chiye chitumbi nokuya kunganda yabo ku atshani shinachi I forgot the name ishina yakunganda kuri balungu kudyako chikafikire nokuya kuba shamo ko barera datko baba bakabe shemo ko pa belt na ku Eastern Province na mulu olo chikese kwira mu Lusaka but if our agreement foot na our government that no tachaka pitemu kuri yashino kuri but I think vakateka vesu anava frokchita understands understand that we are following the law. I don't know which law they are following, but they are young of Tulekonka, Kuringana, Nefia, them.
Yeah, but again, on the other hand, I'm thinking the president back in the Shema, but it's Museveni okuya okutwalira kuma president baku byukuna tao tukaseba ne kusen ishisangwire kuchiro chaka my counterpart my former president ishisangwire ko chikabe cha Museveni echikuru nomba dati Gambia twasebana but ngore na kusebana nakale no mashityo Museveni urombyo baretina mamuna sho Museveni baretina but nga bachitafya accept ukire ama wishes yafa bari kwaya bakateka tabareba kwaya okuba ukupara kuba kuchiriro kubanyo ndikapo service tabareba kwaya but na bakano kuchita understand no therefore president etakano kusanga kuri counter kuchiro chaka former head of state yes president asangweko olo na bapera ne milandu kuri tonkwika shimwati those who are saying that they are committing treason yo chimomo afunya ko president pachipuna so mulandu mo bale bapera olo luste I don't know what will happen after the burial kuri ababa li kontanshi tubambo kubaisa baberekero tumilandu twakwebati ishishi bafaitaba kuri especially honorable given Luminda Makepizoro and Van Kachinda ukabe mirando shwa kabene and no kulanda galilanda they say that thank Roshe but what the if you could effort to link the azinka ukuchita the government or head of state says let us mourn our president olo numba tukambere politics bareranda na baba mwariteta na bashanya babashara to start the real politics so it's a very good milandu to but in family nanzile barera bati Makepizoro is getting the whole information from the family so naitaba
Thank you, Balusaka. Yes, twatotera twamfanga ngamulipa big screen, it means you are next. Welcome, Notes Melenga, Joseph, Chichi, Grace, Banks. So, first of all, before I hand over to you, Notes, today I have to about Makepizoro for Kwirango Waume. At least Muzambia number 2 Ashlinkisha, at not Watakwaba Umevanshindo, Idera and Bama Machika Monica. Men who will stand the word, men who will follow the Lord to the T, men who will follow the dying wishes of a man. We thank you and we honor you, Makepizoro. this is the caliber of men we want to be in our leadership. People who will not compromise. People who will not allow injustice. Such men should be the men we have as attorney generals or speakers of the assembly, men of principle. Yes, so we thank you. We salute you, Bamakebi. We thank you for standing with the family, because if we had some of these people we know, they would have caved into pressure. But you have stood your ground, despite the insults. I saw Chilufya Tayali insulting Makebi. I'm like, Okofia Fikok, you know?
Yeah.
Chilufya Tayali, you are a man. Ngatawale mbawiuyo fyobe. Every one of us, you can, a will can be written or verbal. Like me, I have told my children what I want to happen when I die. And it doesn't mean that whenever Lungu tabarefwaya ba HH kumaliro ya bonishi ba Lungu ba HH presidency yapwa, no. There are many presidents in the world who have died and they made a wish that their rival presidents don't attend. And those presidents, they respected those wishes. So why can't the president, HH, respect the wish of ECL when they were sworn enemies? It is in black and white. Mwadipatene. You cannot pretend to love somebody when they are dead. When you were sworn enemies, you never saw him on his sickbed. So, Mama Notes, the floor is yours. I don't know effort to calendar about this thing, because it has to take foreigners to mediate the conflict, which is right. But again, before the foreigners came in, Zimbabwe, they were appointing people who had conflict of interest. You don't resolve a conflict by using the people you are conflicting with as mediators. It doesn't work like that. There is nowhere where you can use someone to mediate a conflict who is an interested party. It was all wrong. That's why it was falling flat on its face. That's why these talks, there was an impasse, because they were using people among themselves who have an interest in the matter to mediate peace. Now, it's general knowledge. We all know if you are resolving a conflict, you use independent people. Like in this case, Zimbabweans came in and the Catholic came in, because we know, again, this government is at loggerheads with the Catholic Church. So the Catholic Church was the best people to mediate, and the foreigners. Now, on the foreigner part, we didn't need to have foreigners to come and resolve our impasse. In Zambia, we have 20 million people. But this government does not listen from its own people. That is the problem, and that's why we are here. E-government, they are not a listening government. You know, it had to take Zimbabweans and the Catholic Church, whom they are always fighting, for them to reach somewhere. But still more, even they reach somewhere, there are still problems. Mama Notes, take it away.
Queen Pumi, thank you so much and for this opportunity, and happy Father's Day to your family and to Zambia at large, and a special happy Father's Day posthumous to the ECL family. Firstly, and thank you for, the mediators who have, taken a lot from their private lives to come and try and mediate this situation. A big thank you to them, Makebi Zulu and the foreign dignitaries. Even though it's an embarrassment that it had to take foreign dignitaries to come and just listen to simple issues that can easily be agreed upon, it's really sad that, just simple issues, they are trying to complicate them. Why? And I was looking at Matomola's page. He was speaking in parables, but as if to say, once the body is here, they will have no say, So, and I was thinking, is this just lip service, or they're really serious about what they are talking about? If it's just lip service, then why are they wasting people's time? It's because there's no need. If you're not going to follow through what you've discussed, you want to come and change things once things start happening here, then there's no need, of even taking people, sitting down and sending people, wasting resources. We need to be serious as a country, And for the only, what I know the UPNB government for, they will say one thing and do another. So I will not be surprised even if all things fall flat and they just do what they want to do, because I don't know what is the biggest thing. They are hell bent on the body for what I don't know. At least now that even if you hate somebody, now that the man has gone to rest, give him his dignity. Rather than trying to frustrate the family, trying to issue threats, trying to say this and that. There's no need for all of that. It's nonsensical. We can just come together as a people, layer of the president to rest in a dignified manner, and we leave it at that, so that the family can also have closure, because it's unfair. They won't have proper closure with all these things resurfacing here and there. People issuing threats, say, hey, it's going to be treason, you mean all that for what? We should be serious as a country, and it's high time we stood up and started directing things in a better manner, not the way we are going. We are heading in a very wrong direction, which is very sad. So I sincerely hope that the government will honor their whatever discussions, they'll work through them and live through them. That is my hope and prayer. And if they fail to do that, it will be very embarrassing, especially for the foreign dignitaries who have come all this way to try and broker peace and reconciliation. It will be very sad. I rest my case.
Thank you. Vamalenga, go ahead. Yes, Mwevantu. And Matomola, what he always says comes true.
Exactly.
Matomola alalande fintu, and what he says file samkuchitika. But me, this is a free advice to the UPND government. If you dishonor this agreement, you have yourselves to blame. And then even if you have made the agreement with the comments such as Matomola, who always says things and then they come true, what if the family decides to withdraw and say to Alashika of South Africa? And then I hear they are not allowing them to take the body around the country. Why? This man was a president. Why are you scared of a dead body? You didn't let him move around. No manage to be a dead body, really? You are so insecure to stop a dead body? People having a memorial for a deceased person? Go ahead, Vamilenga.
Mama, they said that he wasn't a sitting president.
Vakaunda was Kaunda a sitting president, and all the other presidents?
I don't know
sitting president?
I don't know what they think, these people. And then the other thing is, Madam President, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Happy Father's Day. Although we are mourning, yeah. Thank you so much, Mama President, for giving me this opportunity. I think, I don't know why. The president then is not like, he doesn't want to agree to say this is what the family want and this is what the ECL wrote. I don't know why he doesn't want to accept that people, the family, they said they don't want him to be near the casket and he just want to be there. I don't know. I don't understand, because I remember very well when Wakaunda died and the burial day, the HH, they didn't attend Wakaunda's funeral. They invite. So I don't know I don't know what is so difficult for him to stay. I don't know if they akushika iseo ngati baliko nishaba kashipa iseo teti bashitu.
Exactly. Tell you kuri bakaunda tabaireko te baleta patiki.
Yes, tabaireko.
Yes.
Baleta mbira patiki.
So kuri bakaunda tamwaireko nga chinshi chakoso kuya kuli kubario yakwa nani yakwa to preside over. Eh? And he was a sitting president then, right?
Yes. By then he was I think he was in opposition. Now he like you always say, propaganda. These people, he told people that Edgar didn't invite him. ICO didn't invite him. He didn't take the invitation. And I remember very well that time. I remember very well. Bamumba. He said, Ichililo Cham Zambia, we don't invite people. We are Zambians. But he wanted to blame that because he had that thing for ECL. And then he can do
that. He was a president. Atiba HH was president when KK died.
No, he wasn't a president when KK. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Let me come in, Mama Queen. No, he wasn't the president. He wasn't the president by then. He was an opposition.
He was an opposition leader.
Remember,
yeah.
He was invited. He turned down the invitation later because I don't know for his own reason, and they used it as he was not invited. Eventually, that invitation later, he was invited, but he turned it down. You know how his behavior was when he was in the opposition. Otherwise,
he was like that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mama Emily. Vamelingana Mukwisha. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, Ma'am, just a minute. So, Mama President, I don't understand why you just want to be at Israel's funeral. Already, we cannot say we are embarrassed. Already, not say Vanaka. Already, music is all over. So it doesn't mean that Abadiko, the Milo Bala Seba, never Seba Nakali, what he did. So for me, it's better to respect the will. Yaba Israel, let him sit on the same chair. Let him sit and watch on TV. Because to see a person that you didn't like, it is these things. Sometimes when we come in this platform, I like Mama. I like everyone who comes in this platform. You are very straightforward. You don't go no. You just speak the way it is. The point is, this he did not recognize Israel that is the president. They didn't even talk. But I don't know. Even if he goes to the funeral, what about if they say he will never give a speech? How it will look? Because maybe they will never even give him time to give a speech. And it's the same. The people who come will say, how come the president didn't give a speech? So if I was him, it's better. I respect what the family wants and what Israel wrote. It's better he just sit the way he did Bakaunda, that would be good. Because even I know, even in death, he's trying by all means to set it, but whatever he say Kundola, because he knows that, when they go there, people love more by Israel. He's also protecting that. He doesn't want, because he knows that Israel will be more popular. So that he doesn't want. So I think Mama President, it's other people can contribute.
Thank you, Mama Chichi. As you come in, there is a comment on Facebook from Joyce Hall, and she said he is the head of state now, so differentiate that. And the same lady said that let us talk peace. That is coming from Joyce Hall. So what do you say to that, Madam Chichi, and you can submit.
Good evening, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, whichever part of the world you are coming from, or you are watching us from, or you are joining us from. Madam President, right now, if you ask me my feelings, I'm torn apart because I think we, like I said yesterday, we were supposed to stand with Lungu when he was going through all those insults, persecutions, injustices that he was facing. None of the people who are talking today spoke against those injustices, spoke against those insults. And today, just to honor him, his last wish to say, let my body go to Kitu, let my people to Ndola, let my people mourn me Kuropa Belt. Take my body. Just those two wishes that he has, Mwebantu Bakwalesa. Chiko sele pesa. Where? Why? If it was President HH who made those requests, tell me, any of us could have said no to that. None of us could have stood in his way, because that is the man I've come to know. He's a man, when he says this, it has to be this. That's not how things should be done. You've said it, Madam President, to say, yes, we saw it. We saw it. Kuchirido chava, I mean, no memorial service yava sata. We saw what happened. Was that respect to the man you called a former president? You are a sitting president. You are supposed to be uniting the Zambians. You went along with your vengeance, bitterness. And that bitterness and vengeance is the one which is in these UPND followers, if you check. Yesterday I said, have you seen what Aka Shambatwa Masheke has written? Did people celebrate Mazoka's death to say, yes, Mazoka has died, and once he's buried, UPND will be buried too? What are you telling the Zambians who are mourning? What are you telling Zambians who loved ECL? Insulting. Insulting. Believe you me, I have been more heartbroken since Edgar Lungu passed on today than never before, because I don't trust of whatever they've said. Nima lips, so that what? They can have the body, and then after that, that's why Matomola can say what he says. He is the first person who started to say we are going to have by-elections in Petauke with this Wamiso boy. Like, everybody has noticed whatever Matomola says is because that is what they let to start prepare mind, so that in the first we will say he already said it, which is nonsensical. And that's not what we are going to be accepting as Zambians, and that's what we should be refusing. Zambians, I don't believe you me to now. I don't support whatever agreement was reached. I don't. If me today, I'm Esther Lungu, I would actually tell them thank you, and I agreed, but this is my way. And for on this one, no one will say, because I'll do it my way. It is not right. Believe you me, what you will see after the burial will come and say, we said it on this platform. We can never trust this government. Never. Because today, like everybody has said, they'll tell you this. Tomorrow, they'll do something else. And it starts from the head of state himself. So, no. Let's give Lungu his wish. I'm not in agreement with that. My instincts have refused to accept those agreements. Unfortunately, I'm not there to say, Mama Lungu refused this. This, mark my word, today. Wednesday, it will be a different story. Today, Rosha. It's unfortunate. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama Chichi. Mama Elia, the floor is yours. Grace, can you request again? Okay. Welcome, Don Oscar, Mwaloshe, ni Mwachule, ni wa Joseph's welcome, na wa Emily. Go ahead. Na wa Tom. Wa Tom, yesterday you didn't speak, so
Thank you.
today you have to speak, otherwise I'll drop you. Wa Tom, welcome.
Yes, I was very unlucky yesterday.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to hear you. Wa Elia, go ahead.
Yeah, like vamene vakamba vasista kuti ava president vakainde sure trusting ana vantu vavo, so sinizi vangamwa vachita tagi vamai vaEsther vamvera vetikamba naine nichita agree na vasista kuti vachitecha bevintu mwamene vamuna vavo vana vauzira kuchita instead yomvererera vagovernment nga mulungu ali api na vamene vachita conscious yavo ili clear and then vachita obey vamene vamuna vavo vanakamba as a wife she has to obey the husband, you know. Vene vake vanasiya vakamba kuti va government vasamkaremo involve vasiyana mwamene vafuna kuti vavashikire, so inesidiwonapo problem ili yonse, so family igwirizane chabe nochita vamene vatate vavo vanakamba na vamuna vavo, you know, kuchira voshushana na va government because sivipanga sense vakuti lyonse tizikamba vimozi na vimozi. It's not a sin before God and man. It's not a sin for the family to decide and to go follow the wish of the husband. And if God is pleased with what the husband wanted to do, the president demanded. Pakuti wazikambati is a sitting president. Tizimvera chabe your word. Of course, ni wa president, yes. But if the president are breaking a rules, is breaking a lot of rules. Shwa imirira mu vintu vamene vakamba kuti vazachita. So si vantu vo trusting. The same thing wenzo uza mazambian. Nikankara president vintu nzachinja vonse so. Kuribe vamene vachinja tikavauzako kuti varani miro makanwa yanu yose. Mbivi inji vyevyo twakaka vakaindi amu vareke vava vantu vajike vaishuwa umwe murivike musapato ya vava vantu iya yeju family oro mwana mwafwa suno udya nkambo kupema nkumuto kupema kuri mumanza mwakwareza mwafwa suno mwafwa amana vantu vanka kwamba mawishes ngumwashia vantu vanka kwamba mwachinja omwenga mwaterera kuti for once vakainde mwatuseva nyoswe tuvaira mwatuseva nyoswe tuvaira chinji chimutokuchitira obulya veni vakamba varungu kwamba mukanjike vovo vashira varemba wiu oro mubaibo wiu mwiri oro mubaibo wiu mwiri ramba na muntu kachiriwo wiu taisevenzi but now afwa wiu irasevenza oro mubaibo leza wakaivika wiu so njishi tupevuremu wiu kamboka kwambe baibo irambao amu vareke vava family kuina mbiva amuchita oro namwakayamba na vintu viri vyonse Bible iramba forgiveness umwe mwabenda vo kwamba mupenje yeji family leza utokumubona vyonse mbi mutokuchita vakainde oro mutokwamba mtu yare miromo leza nguwa tuyarura miromo kwamba tuukwamba kamboreza tazandi vintu vyevi vyaso amwireke yeji family bajike baba bantu bajikwe baba varungu kuina bishi bichite nji vyevi kuina mbishi muruzinge pakubareka kwamba vashike muntu wavo mupisi. Muraboneka vakando vantu varaku muproblemu kwamba wezu muntu wakaterera mbi vakamba vantu vatokwamba kuina chinshi muruzinge kubareka vani vafamili yechi kwamba vashike varumi yavo vashike vaishiwa mupisi. Muntu mukando kwete mozo mukando wisdom iyakurirenza urapa buremu mawishezi abantu eBible irachita allow. Please vakainde koko nkumubere yejo stubbornness yejo pride yejo Bible iramba God resist the pride. Mozo wenwazumoka iriwe batirezo tokumirangabo uwakayaya fero teshi muntu uri wonse ngureza wakamuyaya kambo ka stubbornness yakwe kashupa vantu vakwareza. Murambati ndimwe vaeoda emosiratuisha maeoda mbuverere kuchita behave. Vamuvareke yechi family please vakainde twamupapata twamuririra sunu kwamba amwireke yechi family. What can it profit a man to gain the world and lose your soul? At the end of the day, bantu batokumuyunga bo babataba mukubatokumuyunga taba muzandi batokumuyunga bo kwamba mumwe pride ikukwera bo, but one day murakajima rezo lyawe ndimwe mulyawa babintu mbi mutokuchita suno. Chinji mutokupenjera yechi family. Pride kuina nkuitora pride. There's a thousand pride. Baba batokumuyunga batokuremba wa nonsense kwamba sitting ichani. Bobo sitting ichani bobo ndimwe wa president. But yes, wenzo mupando wa president teshi wakusebenja kuchupa bantu teshi wakusebenza kambo ndime president kambo ndime parent munganda ndime ishi wenu ndakuchitabye bibya binishirezo rakasha wakapanga maruzi reza vantu mbuverere kukara. So checho nchimutokushupira ichi family nchinji twamukomba ndamukomba vakainde orosu numweza mwandanga rakunganga reza tanka muchitalau kambo mento kwamba vya chini muntu ukwambira vya chini shura kuzanda. Byabi bitokubonesha bo kwamba biri childish. Bibya kwamba mukuzumbana pachintu chikando muntu wafwa. Umendiji kwamba spirit ya varungu. Deza wakaibweza nkambo wakatunyamuna kubapemperera. But wezu mubiri urazandika kuya kuburongo deza nkwa akamba kwamba orajoka. Amubareke booneka botu bavarombwana. Oro kwamba vantu vayambana kuri kuchitana forgive kaiki. Ino forgiveness ireza buti. And that forgiveness is for you, my brother, so that you can heal. It's not for Edgar Lungu, it's for you. Please, ndamukomba.
Thank you, Mama Maria. Yes. So, could you comment ku Facebook ati Mama is the head of state. Please let us make peace, sure. So, what I can say is that he is a head of state for the living. He's not a head of state for the dead. So, let us differentiate that. And this is the last wish before the man died. So, the president is a president for the living, not for the dead.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Josephs.
Thank you very much. Good evening, panelists. Good morning and good afternoon. Edgar Lungu, happy Father's Day posthumously. ECL was a good father. How do I know he was a good father? I see a good father when I look at how someone loved his wife. I see a good father when I see how a father or a man has bonded with his children. I see a good father when I see a man that leaves an inheritance for his children. Though with him, he was not allowed to do what God had given him to take care of his and empower his children. This government has chosen to take away everything that he labored for and empowered his children. When I analyze, the commentaries that are running around from different pages, and also, the speech as the president had given the press briefing, a lot of people are calling for let us have peace, let us unite. Peace has steps that have to be taken. If a person is aggrieved, and this person tells you, you've hurt me this way, it is up to me that has hurt a person in one or the other that takes a position and a step that brings about peace. First of all, one of the things that we need to be asking ourselves, what is it that the former president, His Excellency, may his soul rest in peace, made him come back to politics? The first one was ECL saw that, number one, the patriotic front was being destroyed deliberately. And his coming back was, one of them is he wanted to save PF from being destroyed by UPND. And he gave up all his benefits with that desire of restoring the patriotic front that was left in his hands by His Excellency, may his soul rest in peace, also Michael Chilufya-Sata. If the president really meant well by saying we should mourn our president with dignity and honor in the country, the first thing that I would have expected the president to do, number one, was to direct the people that he has used and has refused to honor the court orders, people like Chavinga that he's been using. Those are the first things that I would have heard the president say, this person, can you stop what you are doing? I recognize where I was wrong. This was not right. I hate my friend in this way. I did not agree with my friend in this and that. Then I would have said his call for unity, his call for love, his call for, mourning peacefully would have made sense and it would have been genuine. But when you hear the blogs that stand with them, scandalize other people, even in death, I tend to wonder whether what was agreed is going to hold. I have a lot of doubt. It's a good thing that they reached this level, and I thank Sadiq for having intervened to block what has come out. But I'm still a little bit skeptical about what will follow, because already we are having threats of people going to be targeted after the funeral. So much is going to follow. This is going to happen after the funeral. So you can see that it's all about let's get this behind and deal with the things after the funeral is done. Like a father would say, let the visitors go. You see how I'm going to pull your ears. This is where we are. And it will not come as a surprise. I'm really expecting a lot to come out after the funeral, but I still indeed doubt the genuineness of the peace that is being called and the respect that is being given. If what that man died for is not honored, I simply don't believe that this is meant for the good of the nation. I thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Yeah, it's very sad, It's actually depressing. It's very, very depressing to just have the SADC to come in to broker peace. when all they can simply do is do the right thing. Now, to be honest, in all honesty, the president cannot be denied to tour the provinces in death. It should be common sense that when the president dies, he must tour all the provinces because he was a president.
For them, they are actually looking at it from the angle of campaign popularity.
How can a dead body campaign? Because Edgar Lungu will not be on the ballot. What is the matter with you people?
So after this, Mama, mark my words, you see how much will be unleashed in destroying PF after this. You tell me. We'll be here.
But Edgar Lungu is no more. He will not be on the ballot. So how much of a threat can a dead body be? Let honor the man and let the body tour all the provinces like any other Zambian president who has died. The body has toured all the provinces for requiem masses. Don Oscar, the floor is yours. This is Mwala Tupelama BP Nomba. Ero Mwala Ipayana Baesta Lungu.
Hello.
God forbid. I'm not wishing anyone dead, but this is too much. Moiseni, so Ganani Pela big screen, the floor is yours. So Don Oscar. And then Tom Mwalaisa, and then Bella Mwalaisa.
Yes, please.
Not Bella, but Golden after Tom. Go ahead, Pombo.
Okay. Yes. I just hope you can hear me clearly because somehow the volume is a bit ablaze. I don't know. Can you hear my voice clearly?
Loud and clear. Yes.
Can you hear my voice, please?
We can hear.
Can you? All right. Let me just try to speak slowly.
You are okay. You are okay.
Of course, what has happened? What has transpired now? What has transpired? Everyone might have understood that there were problems. I think it's from the part of the government, of course, to accept the indications of the family. There are some key members of the UPND that I can cite here. One of them is Norman Chipakupaku. The other one is Elas Munsha, and other UPND members who in 2021, they spoke very clearly that when a president dies, ceases to be the property of the government. I quote Elasi Munsha and Norman Kipakupaku. They spoke clearly when, by that time, the president was ECL, when Dr. Kaunda died, and and I think it was Sata, if I'm not mistaken, when Sata died. Now, if that happened on Dr. Kaunda, and Panji Kaunda also is now working in the government, in this UPND government, Panji Kaunda is part of the collaborators of the UPND government. The simple thing that the family of Edgar Chagwa asked to the president, they are very simple and clear indications, clear guidelines, I would say. One, they did not want President Hakainde Hichilema to be at the funeral. That's the first one. Second, to allow the board to visit 3 provinces: Copperbelt, where we was born, Chipata, which is the homeland of go to Afiadilo, once it called Quata, Commission go to Afiadilo, Afiadilo Afiashi. So nalandira ti kumushu kwa Afiadilo Afiashi kwale fire, akaeko, bakayemunosha kona abantu bako. So the conditions, not conditions, the indications, they are very clear and very simple. Is the UPND government, is President Hakainde Hichilema going to adhere to this request from the family? I personally, at this point in time, I don't think that is very important. What is important is what has happened today. The UPND, first of all, gave only 7 days of mourning. Now they have added 9 more days of mourning. That should tell you something. So this is now not the program of the government. This is a program coming from the family. The family has requested more time for mourning. The other indications is President Hakainde Hichilema going to adhere or to respect. That is secondary. I wish the president can respect the family desires so that the Zambian people can mourn Edgar Lungu in peace. Even those who are his enemies, umuntu ngafa kwali bafiye intambi sheshu abaso. Umuntu ngafa nangwali mu kifungo tulamukushika nokulira wonse tulalira. Umuntu ngafa nangwali ku exile walaleta ekitumbi mwasashika na kumusho kwa afyalirwa mwasashika mu kyalo mwafyalirwa. Nomweo wa muntu wafwa wayayikala tondolo mu lusero wakwalesa. What we wish, and this is what we are appealing to the government, please respect the desire of the family of Edgar Chagwalungu. Please. Thank you.
Thank you, Don Oscar. I just want to play audio before we proceed about what Elias Munster said during the Kaunda's funeral.
A lack of leadership. That's it. The issue here is State House. It is State House that needs a clear leader so that vaya shika Kaunda next to Mama Betty. It's an insult to say that Kenneth Kaunda was a national trophy. Trophy like what? Like a tusk of an elephant or a skin of a leopard? For goodness sake, Kenneth Kaunda was never a trophy. His body is not a trophy. Kenneth Kaunda belonged to his family, to his children, to his grandchildren, and to their great-grandchildren. That is where we need to be listening. Sensitive to what the family is saying.
So where is Munsha today? Let's repeat this.
I just think that it's just a proper lack of leadership. That's it. The issue here is State House. It is State House that needs a clear leader so that vaya shika Kaunda next to Mama Betty. It's an insult to say that Kenneth Kaunda was a national trophy. Trophy like what? Like a tusk of an elephant or a skin of a leopard? For goodness sake, Kenneth Kaunda was never a trophy. His body is not a trophy. Kenneth Kaunda belonged to his family, to his children, to his grandchildren, and to their great-grandchildren. That is where we need to be listening.
So Mwaumfwa, this is what we are saying.
I'm sorry.
Apo tulelando kwebati mu Zambia, hypocrisy. We are a nation of hypocrites who just switch. They don't stand on the truth. Now the people like Elias Musha, where are they today? Why can't Elias Musha come out and speak the same thing he spoke on Kaunda's death? To say the body, the funeral is for the family. And this is where I say, Zambia, let us build a new culture moving forward, a culture of truth. Because this man...
Ndande kwa apostle kumishita
Mhm.
okumikata pakano baera simunshande kushanyira street bali bandapo bale baba echichi nichwe nshaka saving yena akafanga nika saving mitumini bali be baba echichi at respect if you see nadisate monokutumana bamusha badi mu UPN debate bananda ifituntu bali be batikonkeni abene ero bali pano pachalo efe basheri batantika mwichinja iyo muchite respect kuya bali nanda bamusha bali babiri n'abana abo ndebusha nali umfukisha mwandini balanda tawa echechi konkeni efe bayisi ero bachitireshani balandire mukonke efe ba family bale foya.
Thank you.
So,
yeah. So,
the Kenyan Dando why? Mwadi for 2 weeks ago. But I'm sure they didn't never know. Hey, that didn't quite. That's quite
2 weeks ago, Nishtabara, for our president,
last 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Last week, Friday, Chicken. Badi Nandava Mushika Chismadi Navajavantu, Badi Unfuako. Naisa and the Mokwanda next year to a total much.
Me, I'm just questioning to say if Munsha was so strong on KK, let him come out strong on the ECL.
Yeah. Hello. Eso ndefo akofiukulanda. Ifwe pano pachalo, bonse fitako about ndi musungu, ndi muchinese, ndi mushani. Bonse tuwalikuwa tentambi, eso tukonko muntu ngafyalwa, eso tukonkanga kudi wedding, eso tukonkanga kudi nechirizo. Takuwa about pantu ninevo sitting president awe. Ifwile tuwa konkenshi intambi. Tuwadishwa tuwa sitting president wesu, bakainde. Mapepa ku SDA. Kwena lesangadi basendele. Aisa basenda lesa nichipadi umbi president. Kuti aisa vichinja tawa church tuwala nitola ku katolika. Ero nishtuwadishwa toko bali pepa nyoko. Mfashion delanda. Ero dimbiaveni. Intambisha waba ila kunyanga bashika. Ngabale foku ya bashika kumushukumwabo. Teti tuchinje atitamuwa eko. Nishabene eko bale fwa yakuye kube final resting what? Peace. Mamoni. So takwa about country sitting president. Elo. Now when sitting president, we know feeling around that. Usually mfwa yakapalamine kudini. Badi shireba Edgar Lungu never sitting president. Badi shirene favarandida tinshile fwaya. Nga kuliko fyala kalamba abachishinga babeteba echo tinawishira umuntu wafa wakutincha sana umwine ngalirandira ati chirefoka palamineko iwoka palaminako ichika kuchitikira uyikalanda ati n'abantu wawo n'abachitenji inefa naye nshira bampomende nyere kishinga nshiranda ati ndeba wishinga bafwedero ukuya palamina kuri board umuntu tarefwaya alinandira twikala palaminako kuri chimo ichikabakonka bayechechi ndemyebe chishinga ukuyafenia the body yabaidika mungu wonse umuntu wafa inenda mutina sana patwisha abantu nga bamwena ati baidika mungu bafwa nomba chapwa pano pachalo chachisana chani empatampire na problem yaba UPND ni pali info yaba idika mungu ndemyebe problem na itampa elo ishishakula tinya ba PF ababambi abako bati mukachimona nga twashika takuli efe bakachimona lesa fyo wino abakumuro umuntu fyo wino afyabanga ifwe ese aba nakwati mukachimona benshi beshani ngeba kachimona ababali around ba ECL benshi beshani maibefika kitika so tetweba omunobi ati mukachimona efe tukamichita apo pena ineninka tapale efe bakachimona aba as long as they say equality tetulanda ati mukachimona wishireshani limbinero lekenga tukachimona tawakafikeko pantu omuntu uli wose kuti afa nakutawulwere kuti wafa abantu barasaka bino afe n'amenshi bafa abantu baramukulala kutulo ati bafirire kutulo kiringi ifintu fingalinga ti muntu nakutalwere tayakonsikire afa so aba nensozi veranda tawe mukachimona tachitana shani venanga navakonka fyavene efe varefwazi so uyonso varese shavene rovatanukachava ateka palaninako akani yakayepalanina epo ningapereka.
Total go, then the floor is yours. I will give our closing remarks soon. Just be ready to close. I don't know, Mandini. Inkas, kwali baba kwati inkazi.
Ekeni sorry mpwirisishe efe ningalanda weather board yaba lungu tayakayekunda na mkupeta uke inende munati campaigning kale ile date fe yaba lungu na ikampena ifa yaba lungu because apa nde mfana abasungu efe balelanda bale filondolola bwino nefiti nemwachibanda tina bachita threaten abantu balelanda abasungu aba foreign country na batikonka bwino sana ili ashiria yabazambya ero futi nabo ngabakababika abanabo mujeri bonse ababale konka all eyes are on Zambia no but then you have to think about me if let's take another shayishile Zambia bonse naba issue
because now breaking a record. If Zambia has broken international record, never in the world have we heard of a government trying to go and abduct Chitumbi Chakwa deceased president. Because what they did to South Africa, kuya mkusende Chitumbi without authority, lupani abduction. Ukusende into forcibly change. By mabai wachite abduct Chitumbi. From there, Batu Mama dignitaries, from there, making all these unreasonable demands. I'm sick and tired. Like really, we are all sick and tired, and we just hope everybody should know their place. Everybody should know their place and just do the right thing. The president is a president over living people, not over dead people. And the president is not does not have power over somebody's last will and testament. Then why do we have a last will and testament only for presidents to override it? Ama will ayangatayabako pantu ngabailanda fya to also for president akalapingula ifide chitika pabumi bobi. But we have will and testament, last will and testament, because that's the last the last wishes of umuntu, and they must be honored. And I must respect again about men like Makebi Zulu. We need more men like him in Zambia, even to get the mic and talk like I'm saying, to condemn these selfish acts of glorification over a dead body. How can you be threatened over a dead body, honestly? Lungu won't be on the ballot. So what does it matter? What does it really matter? But God, and the floor is yours. Let's get ready to give last remarks, and we shall close. Let's get ready. But Golden, are you there? Golden? Okay, but Golden, Washima. But Joseph's last remarks, and then we can close. Celebrate your Father's Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mama. Thank you. I just want to salute Makebi Zulu. He is one of the men, indeed, that you can look to. One that is firm and stands to defend, the ideals of the justice that is due to a person. And in this case, we can see that we have a person that is firm. He has indeed lived to his values in this matter. People like the other camp, the Chilchadari, and all these, that have been ranting against him, they don't just know, they have no substance really in them. The time has come, there are things that we can change, there are things that we can't change. This has happened, an agreement has been reached. We continue to pray and believe God that, everything will move smoothly. And out of this, I pray that this learns something. Otherwise, ECO's death really marks the end of the era of UPND in power. And they can actually redeem themselves as a government in terms of dignity, as a government that will leave power with dignity by what they do after this funeral. Otherwise, if they go ahead with the threats, it will be very, very difficult and very bad for them in future. Otherwise, we should remain one Gambia, one nation. We should also always look to God for guidance going forward in this case. I thank you very much, Mama. God bless you.
Thank you, Joseph. Bella Wella, the floor is yours. We are closing, but Emily, I let you in because you have been dropping. Go ahead, Bella.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Welcome. Nice to have
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Nice to have you. Thank you for having us. I'm thankful for the gratitude. I'm thankful for the humanity. I think everybody is very clear, in regard to allowing the man to rest in peace. I think it's also very important to note, and something that a lot of people are very in angst about, is the difference. And I think I can shed more light on this. What we are is we are multidimensional beings, which simply means that Queen, you are somebody's sister, you are equally somebody's boss at work, you are equally somebody's mother. We are multi-layered. In the law, in the statutes, this is reflected, and it's very important that we understand. The law does not stand aloof. It does not stand in ignorance, but rather embraces who a human being is at all times. So you find the statutory requirements. I think even in the clip that you played, when KK died, the man highlighted something. He says he's not a trophy. He's somebody's son. Now, where the military protocols are, when somebody serves as commander-in-chief or as Minister of Defense or whatever the case may be, they do assume another identity, which is commander-in-chief, and all those who know the protocols of war will know that you are now a trophy. That is why they use the term, that person is now a government trophy. It is not an insult, but rather a state in terms of soldiers and rules of engagement. So I say all that to say this. When we say we are Zambians, we are Zimbabweans, the SADC community felt it was a sad thing, but it was also an encouraging thing to say we as the SADC community still are there for one another. However, if yourself and I, Madam President, had a difference, at every point in our differences, I must remember, you must remember, that Bella is somebody's child, is somebody's sister, is somebody's mother. You understand what I'm saying? When we forsake that, we are lost. And to come back is extremely difficult. So now you have a scenario where somebody had to literally smuggle their father to get medical assistance. Even after that, people lost their jobs for that. You're talking about a 6-month period, right? Now, in that 6 months, knowing very well that that person knew that this person has gone for medical assistance. 6 months is a long time, you guys. And now, as far as protocols concerned, you're in deep water. Why? If you want that protocol to kick in, you still have an opportunity, should you choose to, because you can extend and even send. That position is a powerful one. So I don't have to be seen to be begging. However, I can beg. So even Vakaidi, Balakwata, Amakanen Sambuya Kumomba, when it comes to medical health, we go to the hospitals, we see people in handcuffs, cuffed to a bed. Somebody decided not to allow all of that. And the right thing to do is to stand by that decision, and even remain silent. Because at that time, you have chosen very clearly to have nothing to do with the person, whether personally or professionally. So where we are missing it, to those who keep saying, what is the difference between him and Bakaunda? You see, this is the part that people are failing to understand. Now, in order to redeem oneself when it's too late, that was why the man is insisting to say, let me bring back the body. To bring back a body is a matter of honor. We had people offer to bring back the remains of our late father. Why? It is a matter of honor. No, somebody who cares for someone can assume that honor. Now, all these rubbish arguments that I cannot believe would come from somebody being called Abatyashi Abanakashi. Kombokulanda Maria Shihama treason in parliament poses further confusion as opposed to calming. Us women, we are creatures of diplomacy. Eh? We are the most qualified diplomats. Where children are fighting, where a father is mad at children, we know how to bring peace. Now, you enter into further confusion because if you're going to say, surely the head of state must do A, B, C, D, and you're throwing stones and you're in a glass house, you don't even live at the state house. We are at risk of further confusion. I thank God, like the former speaker, we do have men of honor. Makebi Zulu being the #1 man right now. There are many people that stood against the insults, against the disgrace of stripping naked somebody who was such a lover of people. Even if you didn't like him, you have to acknowledge that the man had a way of impacting the lives of ordinary people in a marvelous way. So the only right thing is to allow those who respected him to mourn him as he desired and clearly stated. But we must also be very clear and open and honest there. The problem is the death has power. And what they fear in allowing the thing to go and take course in the manner that the man wished has already happened. This death has solidified what we dreaded. At every point, I always say, I hope that the right decision is made, and it never is. In every crisis we've had, we hold our breath and we hope. And at every juncture, the opposite happens. Like one speaker said, I hope that the words that have been mediated over will be kept. But in the event that they're not, let's love each other and let's know what to do to avoid for this to ever happen again. Because chamse banya ichichena tachichitwa umunanti ngala tazawe uchashuka. We listen. It's too soon after Mama Edith Nawanku, and there are too many people's lives still in the balance. Namely by GBM and so many who are still in prison or in jail or whatever. May God help us, but may we stand for the truth. Tuilalo de chapamenzo because namailo dingini huevo. Thank you so much, Madam President, for your faithfulness in providing platforms for people to speak. Please continue, and we hope for the best.
Thank you for those soothing words, Patotela Sana. But Emily, you can contribute. I know you've been dropping in and out.
I was even getting worried that I might drop out before I even contribute.
Yeah, go ahead.
First and foremost, I want to thank you, to give kudos to Makebi Zulu, the lawyer to ECL, and the government itself. They have really done a good job. At least they have agreed on something, even if it may be something that people didn't want. We are not looking forward to that, but at least an agreement has been agreed on. We give thanks to them. I would like to also to point out here that I think it was very unfair for people. You see, these people, the way they operate, they're using a lot of propaganda, because there was an issue that was brought up at a certain point when the negotiations were still going on over the Lungu family and the government. They even said, no, the children are Lungu. But let's go, now striking at the done, body attack, and then now we can drop our charges. Can you honestly take your father's life, like body, into such negotiations? All that was propaganda. One. Two, I'm very thankful to the SADC members that came in and the Catholic Church. Even if they were not in good terms with the Catholic Church, but at least they have tried to bring them together, which is very good for me. I'm so happy with that. So for now, for me, I feel that it's better we go ahead with the program that we're given this afternoon, so that we have our president back to be buried in his home country. We'll receive him on Wednesday. We'll be there. We'll line up in the road. It's okay. It's fine. We'll see him. So it's okay. Other provinces, it is well. The goodness, but also there's another brighter side of it. The brighter side of it is that it has exposed these guys, what their true colors, what type of people they are. Because they have been telling one lie after another, especially on the program of ECL to attend to medical checkups in South Africa. I must say that I was very disappointed when I was reading a certain article on Kalemba on FFP, where the secretary to the cabinet went ahead to say no. Actually, they are the one who facilitated for him to go to South Africa. I think something like that. I was so shocked that the entire secretary to the cabinet can still talk about that issue when the whole nation, we know that they never did that. Lungu, President Lungu left this country like a criminal going for his medical checkups. So your issue, Akulan, that the government provided, for me, I feel they should stop talking about that. Baleki. The truth has been told, and we know what was happening. When Lungu came through to say, I'm now like I'm under house arrest, they called him all sorts of names. But here we are, he's gone. And they still continue to call him all sorts of names. It's very unfair to treat somebody like that, even in his death. It's very unfair. But he still accept as a president when he was in the opposition. He still has failed to accept him as a former president to give him the medical checkups that he was equivalent to. They failed to do that. For me, I say it's very sad. It's very sad. Mama Queenie, I saw the video that you played for Elias Munsha. Elias Munsha is a letdown. But still a point, never realize that can't have that. If you want to about speaker into practice, he's not a principled man, so to say. He's not. Because the way she spoke about Kaunda, was he a truck, what and what? Kaunda was a former president. And I remember when the
Are you there, Mama Emily? I think Vachita dropped. Yes, so we are closing. Vamilinga, you have a last words before we close?
Mama President, what I can just say is I think let's just continue praying for the Mama Esther and the family. Yeah, we just have to support them, even the lawyer, everyone, so that everything goes well. Thank you.
Thank you. So we are winding down tonight. Early day for us all. It's becoming overwhelming. This whole thing is just becoming too much, you know. It's just taken a turn we never expected. And to be honest, the president has been exposed. Yeah, I'm not going to miss my words. The president, Wahakainde, is a commander-in-chief, and I'm sad even to say that he is the cause of all these problems concerning the stalemate, the impasse, because he wants to have things done the way he wants. Lungu was a president for 7 years. We should not be even arguing or negotiating whether we should take him around the country. Even when the country just wants to, the family just wants to take him to Eastern and Copper Belt, it's a problem. But balandati, bamama bali wambati yataramana jagayohya. Ababemba balandati chaku tintana chadi putwike. So we just pray for the Lungu family. I think they still have the control of the situation because they still have the custody of the body. But looking at the track record of this government, they are not a government to be trusted. Because Balalanda A and then B happens. So we are actually worried what could happen if they don't comply. But my personal advice to the Lungu family is that they should be ready for anything. They should be ready for 180-degree turn by this government. Not this government, by the president, because we know that he is the one who's calling the shots. So be ready, Walungu family. Kasila and Mama Esther should be ready for anything. Matomola has already said it. Hello, Matomola. If you are landa, fila chitika. So even as a country, we have to be prepared. Be prepared for the worst to happen on the 18th when the body arrives. I see you, JJ Panda, Honorable Panda. But we have to be prepared for the worst. Yeah. Our hearts are broken. We lost a man, a father, a president. But our hearts continue to break because the people who dishonored him in life, now they want to be the champions of honoring him. What kind of hypocrisy can this be? What can we say? What can we say but to pray for strength for the family and for the entire country to be strong? But I must warn them, if they don't comply to the agreement, this could be the straw that broke the camel's back, is all I can say. They must be warned, like they are known for not complying. They are known for saying A and doing B. So in this Lungu agreement, they must be warned that if they decide to do otherwise, this could be the straw that broke the camel's back. And then stop the lies by Kalemba. I have the article here from Kalemba. Our help was rejected by government. Government has clarified to the contrary claims by former President Edgar Lungu's family that the government had abandoned the former president. So how do you feel? How do you think the family will feel? You just made an agreement with them and then you publish a stupid article saying lying. Imwe bakaremba imwe. Mwamona, Lungu family, wake up. These are not people you can trust. You just made an agreement with them, and then from there you go and publish a fake article that the Lungu family rejected their help. It's nonsense. So even when you land with the body, just know that when you land, you have no say. This article here confirms it. In article after the agreement, you rejected the help. This is confirmation right here that when the body lands in Zambia, they are going to do whatever they want. I end there. Mama Chichi, you can close.
And I just said that you are closing. Yeah, about
Yeah, Tulei Salamama, Father's Day, to the Mama program.
oh
Yes.
Okay. No, I just wanted to say, I think for me, like I said from my initial statement when we just started the program, my heart is broken beyond. It's broken beyond because I see what you are saying coming to pass. To say, should we receive the body of Israel? Whatever, believe you, Makesa to learn that
For South
this is
Africa,
our
yeah. This is our country. Yes.
This is our country.
Yeah, so they must be ready. The Lungu family must be ready. Kasila, be ready for this worst case scenario. I'm not laughing because it's funny, but I'm just like, these people.
Because we've known this government to not to not to be trusted.
Mm-hmm.
And moreover, let's look at it. I think there was a point I really wanted to bring forth, but I think I forgot. It had to do with the President HH and how he himself. I think if it was him today who is the one who had died today, if he said he was going to be buried in his farm and we refused. No one was going to refuse that.
Because the person will not lie in peace. That's why you have to honor a dead person's wishes so they rest in peace. If we dishonor Balunguzi wishes, he will not rest in peace.
The man just as far as simple. Why is it so difficult?
They must be ready. If you dishonor a man's wish, be ready that man will not rest in peace. Because rest in peace.
I watched it before this program started. I shed tears, in terrible tears. He's broken. I felt so bad. I told myself, I said, I feel the pain that you are going through because even me, that's the pain that I'm going through right now. Because, madam, just a wish that somebody said, okay, take me to Copperbelt, take me. He's not even asking to all the provinces, just these two places.
And it should be automatic because he was a president. He doesn't even have to wish that. That should just be automatic process.
No, that wish, you refused. But you want your wish to be the one to preserve what should be done.
Well, when you are still living, partly we will feel.
Dead or whatever.
Happy Father's Day.
Believe you me, for me, I reached a break to a point that the HH, despite him saying, okay, we've agreed this and this, he could have honored the Lungu's wish. Enough for me, it's a wish to say, that the way he was on the podium in Kasama or is it in Soka, Northern Province, he said, enough story, Rishan, whatever he said. You understand?
He wants to have the last laugh.
Exactly.
This is all about him having a last laugh.
Which is wrong.
There's a picture where here by HH has a thumbs up. signing condolences.
The
Yes, the president has a thumbs up like this. Sign a book with the condolences. Vachita thumbs up. Who does that? So. How do you do this? How do you do this? Sign a condolences book. You do thumbs up.
Imagine.
Yeah. And from I can cremate my dad and throw the ashes in the Indian Ocean. I've been saying here.
I will not bring my dad. Even if Mama Esther has agreed to that, I just told them, sorry, this is my father and no one will come by
Stop. Abantu basayine book bashita so. Basayine book bashita thumbs up. Could not cremate na posa nama ashes mu Indian Ocean. Then we just have monuments of ECL around the country.
Ukuyilandila ati lekeni tushike, then we will continue. People don't understand.
You know exactly. He has already said it. Like, let them just postpone this funeral until further notice. It happens. If there is no peace, many people have been buried in foreign lands and their remains have been exhumed and buried with the full honors. Yeah? Not if
just be held in South Africa. If it needs to wait 5 years, 10 years,
yeah, let it be. Yes.
If I was Kasila, I would just go back and tell them to say, look, we made an agreement. Look at already the way the hypocrisy. The
calendar.
But that's why they've compromised. They don't want them to seek asylum.
No.
It's evidence. Like this article here about Kalemba, where they are saying they offered. That is false. They have all the videos of Edgar Lungu is evidence to support it.
And you know, they want to bring that as part of, okay, these are the negotiations, and they go and use a person like Tayari to start running the narrative so that Mambo Kumfat, no, because it is true, this is what they're saying. Propaganda. Number one for anybody. Rampomeba president with. Apa. Ina naika na chitona analize Josephine. Kasila na baesta. Ngabalishika sebaddaji baabo kulya. There is nothing wrong. If you show something that takuli ba Edgar Lungu nga bali mushi. Ero bena baikala na kulya kwe. Bakesa popene apo tukabafunisha hapo. Ero bakesa. Elo. Inepo na imini national town. Kashike kulya kwe nere. Nga nine botasila nga nabandile finati. Like I thought I was cut no queen.
He's going after the
yeah. Katwisale, apa valesa mkanwa kankana. These are my last words.
Number yeah. Rasadiki, Navachi, Navandi, Radi assist to correct what they agree. Could you surely tell Rabapereko, yeah, corrective anything? They'll be there for them. You mentioned
jurisdiction. Rasadi kutuba some push change.
Okay, can you perfectly in Garanda and then you reaching Kalanda to address my identity? Now, Trishan, Tasira, Nava Esther, Nava Navonsara, the Salada, Fatapinga, you tell me one. In a film, the phenomena cannot patch the correct. Now, it's a definite. Now, the Trishan, it is some way. And now,
Facebook watching at I hate the president at he was doing the thumbs up kumkulima journalists. So kuchi wafuma mkulosha wampita thumbs up na mkuli journalists which that's so. That's why you are a president. You should behave in a certain way. thumbs up.
Tapano chawa mango kusindika enfwa n'okuyiteesa.
Kuyiteeta pampani yeya nkwai nange wamajenenisi wamona nga balikiseko nakawevu figure. Not at thumbs up. Yes, kuita peti so. Namba ulechira so nishfini meaning
Era bena nga ba president bantu pete kwati nga waba president nishi waba niwelesa.
Limbi balichinja, he has become a god.
Okay, balesa.
Imwe bambiri ndi mubamona kwati ba HH ni ba god. I think this is the problem we are having. Bambi bale mona ba HH kwati ni balesa. No, he is just a human. And that's why you fail to rebuke him, because you look at him like a god. HH is just human. He was elected by people.
Umuntu ara president no bakara ina president.
That's why salute kuri Makebi Zulu. We need more men and women like Makebi in Zambia. Thank you.